Boy, everybody's having a good time today. Boy, it's a loud group today. Very good. Everybody's happy. Okay, we're going to have God Bless America, the Pledge of Allegiance, and Kiwanis Pledge by Ron Black will be leading us in that. And John Baird will be on the piano. And Jackie Evans will do the invocation.
Good morning, everybody. Let's join in and sing it from the heart. If you're on YouTube, you can join with us too. Let's sing it, shall we? Then our Kiwanis Pledge. As our country's flag signifies purity, valor, and justice, may we as true Kiwanians exemplify these virtues as we serve the children of the world. Please remain standing.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, so many times we become immersed in daily troubles and hardships. Help us to see beyond these small problems and instead work toward making our community a happier and healthier place for all. Show us ways to help the children and guide us in our efforts to enrich their lives this day and the days to follow. Amen. Amen.
Okay, good morning, Golden K, and welcome our visitors from Early Birds. Good to see them here with us this morning. Today I'm presented to present representatives from Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central Illinois, an organization that many of us know and admire for a lasting impact it has on children, families, and the community. Originally, we planned to hear from Sarah Amanda Hall. She's the CEO of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central Illinois, along with Jim Hall, their volunteer community impact coordinator. Unfortunately, Sarah Amanda isn't feeling well today and is unable to join us, but we're very grateful that Jim is here to share the organization's 2026 vision with us. Just a quick note about Sarah Amanda. Before we begin, she grew up in Eugene, Oregon, and Camden, Illinois, and now proudly calls Decatur home. She began her journey with Big Brothers, Big Sisters as an AmeriCorps Vista volunteer, later serving as a case manager and volunteer mentor. Along the way, she also served in the United States Peace Corps as a United States Peace Corps volunteer in the Philippines and taught English in South Korea. Representing the organization today is her husband, Jim Hall. Jim is a lifelong Decatur resident, a graduate of Eisenhower High School and the University of Illinois, and a longtime local business owner. He worked in and eventually owned his family's HVAC contracting business until he sold it in 2018. Today, he continues to work part-time in that business, while also consulting with other contractors on buying and selling companies. We're grateful that Jim could be with us to speak today. Please join me in giving a warm Golden K welcome to Jim Hall as he shares the 2026 vision for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central Illinois.
Thank you, Mark. We very much appreciate that opportunity to come today to talk about Big Brothers, Big Sisters and our program here in Decatur. I'm involved with Big Brothers for the third time as a mentor, the volunteer Big. And I'm also doing work helping with programming, fundraising, and anything else they need, because we are a growing team right now. If you're not familiar with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, we are the largest and oldest one-to-one youth mentoring program in the country, with roots dating back over 120 years. The Decatur Affiliate Association, we're a 501(c), and we started in the basement of the YMCA over 30 years ago. The national program serves up to 400,000 youths per year in all 50 states. And our local Central Illinois Association has served thousands of children over its time. I'm missing these slides. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. We'll talk about, the next slide is basically talking about our bigger mission for our organization. Our mission statement is to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. And that's a mouthful, basically saying we're going to get responsible adults from the community and match them with youth between the ages of 5 and 14 and put them together about 2 to 4 times a month for 1 to 2 hours. That minimum commitment for 1 year from the mentor or the big to spend time with them, it's not a huge commitment, but it is significant. The number one priority of that match is the child's safety. There are extensive interviews of the potential mentor before they are matched. There's reference checks where we ask for references and we really follow through on that. And then there are a lot of background checks as well. There we go. Background checks that we go through before we match. There are trained case managers that perform all of this work. And what we want to do, again, is child safety before we ask a guardian to put their child with what is, at first, a stranger. Once matched, these case managers follow up on a monthly basis, talking to the big, the child little, and the parent or guardian on a monthly basis. And again, it's all to err on the side of child safety. There's different ways that we can match. We do community-based matches where the big and the little meet at the schedule, agreed upon. It can be after school, it can be on weekends, and the activities are kind of whatever you want to do. It can be fun activities, learning activities. There's a lot of responsibility on the bigs to come up with good ideas every time. So another way you can be matched is a school-based match, where you simply have a kid that you go to their school every week or two, spend some time with them there, talk about their life, talk about their school, and it's just a little bit easier way to engage. And so while it's not a significant time commitment, the payoff is significant. So it's more than emotionally bonding with the kids, because while that will happen, National Big Brothers has a long-term independent study where they are tracking over time some of the objectives, seeing if they're meeting the mission. And some of the outcomes of that long-term study include 46% less likely to begin using illegal drugs, 27% less likely to begin using alcohol, and 52% less likely to skip school. So while these outcomes are big, there's even bigger and better changes that they also track. Littles from the program are 20% more likely to go to college. Staying in school and staying off drugs and alcohol, coupled with a positive role model of their bigs, creates motivation and opportunity. If the child completes a 1-year mentorship, on average, as an adult, they will see greater stability of employment, career advancement, and earnings. Being in the program closes 2/3 of the poverty gap. It may not completely level the playing field for all, but for many it opens the door to the path to succeed and be independent. This is the statistic that jumps out at me the most. Littles of the program, long-term tracking show that they will earn 15% more over their entire lifetime. A mentorship has that much of an influence. The lifelong stability will also pay generational dividends for their children, who now see a life of self-reliance and independence. A confidence and optimism to dream a better future for themselves. Now, while the national averages, those are important ways to measure our effectiveness of the program, we really want to bring it down to remembering that this isn't a program of averages. This is a program about individual children. Here's a slide. This is one of our locals. This is little brother Keegan, and he shared in his own words. His big Jim is an important person in his life because he's been a role model and given him advice that he can use in his own life. The biggest thing he's learned is that it's okay and important to be kind and generous to people regardless of their background. This is from Brad. He was a little in the program. He's now an adult in the community. And I will paraphrase what he says. Big Brothers is near and dear to me because it gave me someone who genuinely had my best interests at heart. My big brother believed in me before I believed in myself. He showed me that life could look different than the patterns around me. Even years later, the impact hasn't faded. It's a big part of why I am the person I am today. Some more of our community matches. This is a picture of a program, an activity that we recently did at a community food bank, where bigs and littles work together, giving back to the community, even while the community is giving to them. This is a picture of Maggie Comerford. She is the chair of the board for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and she's matched with little brother Liam. Their activities can be as simple as playing a game or just talking. They don't have to find structure to give value to their relationship. This is a familiar face. Mark has been matched with Corey, and here they are at our Bowl for Kids' Sake. That's one of our signature events. And as volunteer mentors like Mark, giving back and sharing their passion, wisdom, and time to help one child fulfill their potential. That's the magic of the program. So it is a simple program. It's a simple formula. In 2026, we're working hard to evolve that program in ways to make it even more efficient and effective. So some of the 2026 program initiatives that we're working on, beyond the simple match, I am also a board member for the Decatur Home Builders Association. And we're a group of contractors, businessmen, businesswomen that meet to support our industry, but also it's a service organization that we have a long history of doing projects such as building playhouses to raffle for CASA. We build ramps for people in need. And we have now collaborated with Big Brothers Big Sisters. The United Way has a backlog of 27 people that are homebound for a lack of a ramp. They cannot leave their home. We're firing up that program committee with home builders to try and cut that list down. And we're partnering with Big Brothers Big Sisters. We're gonna invite the matches to come, do hands-on construction, see the fruits of their labor, feel the reward of building and helping, while also networking and getting exposure to potential future jobs. We have a partnership starting with Primrose Assisted Living and spreading to other senior homes, where the home builders and Big Brothers are gonna work together to build raised garden beds. Again, more hands-on construction, building something. But then the matches will have the opportunity to continue gardening over the entire season with the senior residents of these communities. Again, we want to collaborate. We want to do more than just match. We want to be teaching them social service and job skills. Other programs that we're working on, there was something called Mentor 2.0 that was launched during COVID. When we were unable to have in-person matches, this was like a text digital-based mentorship. And it was good, but it wasn't great, and it's run its course. So we're pivoting away from that to something called Big Futures, which is, again, it's going to be a way to match bigs and high school littles to focus on career and college readiness. We're also launching small group mentoring. We'll be able to have one big, one mentor working with 3 or 4 littles from the community. They'll be able to participate in any of the programs that we have, and depending on the skills and the nature of that big, they may have their own independent, we're targeting like tradespeople, we're talking with the Decatur trades unions. We may have like small groups where they're learning a very specific hands-on skill. Again, we want to give them exposure to these things before they get to high school, because there's good opportunities to go into the field outside the college track. There's also what's commonly been known as the wait list. There are far more kids from this community that would want to be in the program and benefit from the program. There's far more of them than we have capacity for one-on-one matches with volunteer bigs and even case management. So instead of considering this list of up to 200 names as a waiting list, we're working on ways to do large group mentoring. Programs with Big Brother staff and volunteer mentors to serve that large group. And so we're looking for people to participate in that as well. It only works with the partnerships that we have. It's businesses and individuals from this community. And if we're going to increase our reach, we're going to serve more, we're going to be more effective, we need a bigger team. And so, why we're sharing this mission with everyone, we're actively looking for people who would consider talking to us and joining us to become a volunteer mentor, a big. That's the 1-year match, one-on-one with a child. If that's not something that you are ready to jump into, if you're busy or just want to test the waters, we also need volunteers for the specific activities. Small group, large group activities would be a good way to take a look at the program, be a part of it, before you make a full commitment as a volunteer big. We also need more board members. We have a wonderful board of 10 young local professionals, but they are also busy. They've been putting a lot in these last few months of transition, of challenge. We want to expand that board, and we're specifically looking for experienced people from the community with other board experiences or business experiences. We need advocates. We need more ability to just share our mission with the community. And so anyone that is interested, we would love to arm you with enough information that you can take it to your other groups or your friends and family. And all of this works because we fundraise. Most of our expense are the paid case managers. We're trying to be lean and mean, but we need to fundraise. It's just a part of every not-for-profit. And so our signature events are the Bowl for Kids' Sake. It's a great fun activity, but it also, we get sponsorships and we raise money through that. We have a golf outing in the summer. And then we have an ongoing campaign of soliciting to businesses for community sponsorships and individuals for individual donations. Our group is completely transparent. If anyone is interested on any level, we are open to meeting with you one-on-one or in groups. We will open our books and show you how our budget goes together, talk about the program. There's an email that just went out this week to all of our donor and advocate base explaining the fact that, like so many good organizations, Big Brothers has lost all of their federal funding. This is a challenge. That was 25% of our annual budget. And so we're going to meet that challenge. We're going to get as lean and mean as we can while becoming more efficient and more effective. And we're going to try and do more with less. But we are actively looking to find new partners. So if anybody would like to continue the conversation, please let us know. Together we hope to keep changing our community and our world one child at a time. So thank you all.
Do we have any questions?
I was just wondering how you choose or find the littles to participate. Do you have a screening? Do you just take first come, first serve? How does that work?
That's a good question. We have several different pathways to apply as a little, as a mentee. Most of that comes from the parent or guardian. Nearly every child in the program is from a single family or single parent home or single guardian home. And nearly every single child is financially challenged on one level or another. If a parent or guardian, that can be one pathway in. We also have some people from schools that are advocates, partners in the program, that they will recommend a child that they think is at risk that really could use some help. There's an online link, you can call, there's a lot of ways that you can get to us. But once that name is in as an advocate, it is not first come, first serve. Those case managers not only screen the potential mentors, they are screening the mentees. They want that match to be successful, and so they're looking for what they think will be a good match. It can be common interests, but they're also looking at things like, is this a child that we think we can genuinely help matching with that thing? They don't have to be, we both love fishing, we both love the Chicago Cubs. Sometimes it's different interests, but it can be a personality type of, hey, they're both introverts. Let's put those quiet ones together and see how it goes. It's part science, it's part art, but the matching process, I recently been matched for the third time. And it took over 2 months from when I volunteered to when I was matched, and that was about average.
If somebody wanted to work with your organization as a volunteer, who would they contact?
I have some cards I can leave. There's an office phone number. Often, if you leave a message, they'll call you back. But my wife, Sarah Van Hall, she is the CEO director. There's a lady named Chelsea York that she's the case manager for Decatur, or myself. Any one of us can put you in contact with the team, so to speak.
Kiwanis International has a program they go through every year about training for child sexual abuse complaints. What do you guys do about that to protect yourself and your members?
I missed the middle of that.
We have a program in Kiwanis we go through once a year that tells us how to interact with children to protect us from accusations. What do you have to protect your people?
Well, from a legal standpoint, of course, we have insurance policies in place. But from a practical standpoint, again, my own experience, I think it was close to a 3-hour training talking about the right way to be a mentor, the things you can do, the right way to respond. When you hear stories from this child's life, it's role playing, like how would you respond to that situation? So those case managers are well trained in proactively giving you the skills to be a good mentor, so that you do not make things go from bad to worse for a child. Again, the number one priority is that child's safety. There is some defensiveness as far as, like, we want to make sure that we don't have an organization that we hear terrible things about in the media. That's bad. It's been bad for different groups. Big Brothers has a great record, and that comes from how much effort they put into proactive training and making sure that we're putting responsible adults with these children.
Okay.
Thank you all.
We have an appreciation of your talk this morning. We have the certificate of appreciation for both you and Sarah Amanda. So thank you very much. And then our world famous Golden K pen. All right. For both of you. So thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Well, good morning all.
Good morning.
So, we do have a word for you this week again. So, Gary, if we could have that. Munificence. Yeah. I've heard that word before. So, generosity, I think it was. Generosity. Yep, that's it. Okay. Gary, put up the quality or action of being lavishly generous. Okay? Are you coming up here to show us how to do that? It's a dictionary every day. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So Gary, you got the wheel?
Yeah, spin the wheel. Oh, where's the wheel?
All right, give it a spin. Six, which is a 1. All right. Okay, this is an interesting prize. Oh yeah.
Looks like lunch. Chicken flavors, chicken How about that? All right. What is that? We're gonna want clam chowder and chicken noodle soup. Wow. Okay. I'll be over for lunch, all right? Way to go, guys.
Just never know what's going to be in the prize. Yeah. All right. And we're going to see how you are here today, too, at recognition of a member. This member, her favorite holiday is Christmas. Something that drives this person crazy is when people are rude and disrespectful. Person's favorite vacation spot is Hawaii. Person loves to volunteer.
Most favorite food is German chocolate cake. And the most famous person that I've ever met were some of the astronauts. No guesses yet, huh?
Joy Grivey?
Nope. The favorite restaurant is their own home cooking. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do here? I think I've run out of good. It's a female. Your second choice of favorite foods is turkey. Yes, it is. All right. Come on up and spin the wheel for you.
Got another winner. You only got one ticket today.
Okay, give it a spin here.
Wow.
Open it up there so people can see what's, it's not an empty box.
A coffee mug.
Very good. Okay, attendance today. Linda?
We have a full house today. We have 52 club members present, 4 Kiwanis guests, which are Bill Meyer, Doug Warren, Barbara, and Sherry Paget, and 3 guests, Norma Finfrock, Becky Patterson, Carol, is it Patton? 3 ladies that were in a Good Samaritan group that came to check us out. And the total, one speaker, is 60.
Very good, all right. Welcome to all of you who are visiting with us today. Glad to have you. Health report, Kathy?
At this time, I have no health report.
Okay. Birthdays and anniversaries, Kevin. Microphone on the way. Here it comes, sir.
Birthdays and anniversaries from the 8th through the 14th. Birthdays on the 10th, Harold Dawsman, he'll be 81. On the 11th, Kevin Wilmot, he'll be 77. Let's sing. Anniversaries, none. How about a little quote from Bob Hope? I grew up with 6 brothers. That's how I learned to dance, waiting for the bathroom.
All right. Okay, Cheryl?
Kyle Carson asked me to bring this to Kiwanis today, and if you'll look on your table, you have some information from Jersey Mike's, and it is the fundraiser for MRI. And the tickets that some of you have, if you don't have those, I have more at my table. And Jersey Mike's will open next Wednesday, and next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, if you have a ticket, and they're free, so I have some, And if you go over to Jersey Mike's and donate $3 to MRI, they will give you a free regular sub. So if you're interested in that and you want some tickets, I have a few left. I have given out to quite a few people, but come see me after the meeting.
Okay, very good. Captain Sheba.
This Sunday, there will be several of us going to or preparing to go to the carriage house. And it's going to be March 8th. So just want to let you know, and I'll have an update next week.
All right.
I just,
Okay.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I want to go back to Jersey Mike's. I know it's new, right, and I kind of forget where it is. Could you tell us what it is?
It's 230 West Mound, right across from,
It is at 230 West Mound, and it's right across from Target. You know, the St. Mary's kind of,
Yes.
and then the next one.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, and Linda.
I just wanted to remind bylaws committee members that we're meeting after the club meeting today back in the chapel boardroom. Bring your stuff with you. Thank you.
All right. Susan.
Good morning. I have several items. The first is the next day that we work at Good Samaritan Inn is March 24th from 11 to 1, and the sign-up sheet is over here, so please be sure you're able to sign up. If you're we're still getting trauma dolls in, and we're going to have another work day sometime, but I do have material and stuffing and patterns in the car if somebody would like to take some home and work on them. And thank you, Roberta, for bringing some in. And we're starting a new project today because we don't want to just wear out. So the new one is over here, and I brought in some samples for the month of March, so we've got 3 more weeks. I will be collecting items for our Dove Domestic Violence Program, as well as God's Shelter of Love. And if you just kind of sit there and shut your eyes and think of everything that you had to use from the time you got up this morning until right now, you would have a whole list of things you would have, from soap to shampoo, and you cut a fingernail, or you broke a fingernail, or a hair comb, whatever. And it's those kinds of items to help these ladies out. Remember, the Dove Domestic Violence Program is an emergency setting for women and children that have to escape a violent situation. And God's Shelter of Love is an extension of what Kathy was just saying. We serve the food once a month at Carriage House for women that need emergency shelter and their children. And then, as I understand it, when those women are ready to either are trying to get out on their own, they'll stay at God's Shelter of Love, which is just across the street from Good Samaritan Inn, and they teach them skills such as resume writing and try to find them a job, and just think about all the skills you need just to make breakfast in the morning or something. If you don't have that kind of upbringing, then these people that work there at God's Shelter of Love do that kind of thing. And the ladies and kids need things to help them get on their ways. And we include such things as age-appropriate books for the kids, and of course trauma dolls. So there's some samples up here. I have some lists that you're welcome to look at. And again, I'll be collecting every Wednesday through the month of March, and then we'll take those items to Dove Domestic Violence and God's Shelter of Love. Thank you. And if you, I always say, if you don't want to go to the store, some people don't like the store, I always bring my infamous green quart jar, and you're welcome to put money in that, and then we'll go to the store for you. Thank you.
Susan, I was told that you can identify people who have been working on trauma dolls by looking at their hand. Is that right? That they're permanently shaped like this? Yeah. That's what I thought, okay. Ralph?
Good morning. Big event is coming, March 28th and 29th. Clicker for the slideshow. So I understand that Denise Meyer is coming next week to give a presentation. She's the retired professor of theater and dance from Millikan University, who, together with her students, completely creates the play for children. It's the costuming, the stage set, everything is done by this group. And so the Kiwanis Club sort of acts as the producers of the play. We sell tickets, donate money, cover expenses, that kind of thing. And in the process, we wind up making a little money for the club to support our other children's events. So I'm sort of the warm-up act for Denise next week, and I've got a slideshow for you, and this is becoming an annual event, and I'll talk about that later. Okay, here's the slideshow. The title of the play this year is Boxed In, Out. And yes, the in is crossed out. I don't know quite what that means, but it's important apparently. So keep that in mind. And what I have here are the reasons that you should support the Kiwanis Children's Play. All right? So, number one. Okay, so we're serving the children by providing them with a play. And this is especially designed for them. There aren't any such things in the community. And so they have a chance to see a live quality entertainment, a play at the Virginia Rogers Theater this year on Millikan campus. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, provides an opportunity for the students at Millikan, the theater and dance students, to learn their trade. And this is a venue that they wouldn't otherwise maybe get a chance to work in while they're learning, because it's a play for children. And you wouldn't believe, and when you see Denise next week, you'll see where all the energy and creativity comes from. They are amazing in how they get into this process. Number three, you feel good. Feel good being a cool Kiwanian and supporting the children's play. I mean, who doesn't like to support children, right? And that's what we're all about. So you get a cool Kiwanian feeling from doing it. All right. Reason number four. This is the number three fundraising activity after the peanut days and golf outing. And we try harder. My wife is the guru who puts these things together. I wouldn't know how to do this. Reason number five. You feel like a kid again when you attend the play. Just ask Mr. Lewis over here. By the way, Bob is going to be manning a spot over here behind the front table, and he'll be selling tickets for the play and taking donations for the play for the next all the weeks, all the meetings through March up until the play. All right, reason number six. A little extra to school. You see there's a snowdrift there, car on the snowdrift. You don't have to contend with the weather to help with this project. But don't want to diss the other projects, but sometimes you have to get out of the weather. We do that, play golf or get peanut away. But here here at the play, you don't have to be there. Unlike John Dunn, who has been out there parking cars for plays in the past, we finally are going to retire John. I mean, this is getting to be, he's got a sore back from shoveling all the snow, and sometimes he winds up directing people in the wrong direction, and so we're going to retire John. We thank you for all years past service, so thank you, John. Now, every year I brainstorm trying to think of another reason. And so I think I've come up with one. Number 7. By supporting the children's play, you have an opportunity to show your magnificence. Okay, thank you very much. Please help out. It's a wonderful project.
He had some insider information.
Well, you don't buy tickets after that. Okay, Jackie Evans.
I have to follow that. Just to report on the scholarship, all the applications were in by midnight Monday. The portal opened on January 1st. As of last week, we had 66 for the colleges and 16 for the trades. Now, last year we didn't have any trades. And if you remember, we raised our gift or whatever to $1,500, which sounds a lot more than 1,000, I think. So that's good. Just wanted to reinforce and tell you who's on the committee. I hope I don't forget. I know there's 6 of us. Myself, Sally Williams, Dan Seabach, Ron Black, Jackie Woodward, and Kathy Thompson. Is that 6? So keep us in your prayers and wish us good luck choosing good candidates. We always do, but we can always use that extra little thought. Thanks.
All right, Karen?
Hey, Dick, can we do Paula next?
All right. Paula.
Just wanted to remind everybody that we do have a lid sorting tomorrow, and we are kind of at a tipping point with the Lids to Bench program. I've had some of the orders that people had placed, they're kind of backing off now, so the orders aren't coming in. I know we've kind of been this place before, but I think we're at a more crucial tipping point on what to do. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to proceed with this. I think that if I don't get, any orders in the next week or so, I might just cut off taking any more new lids, and we'll say temporarily, because if orders pick up, but with what we are getting on a regular basis, what we already have stored all over Decatur, Illinois, for the most part, I just think that we're gonna, and I use that term, been drowning in lids, but I think that it's really more crucial and vital right now that we start thinking about what we're gonna do. But we will have our lid sorting tomorrow, and even if we do quit taking lids, we have, like I said, so many weeks, so we'll still have our lid sortings. So, we encourage you guys to come and help out with that. And if you haven't shown up for a lid sorting, if you want to give it a try, it's not like if you come one time, you're committed for the rest of your life or forever, how long we're doing it. So I think a lot of people do enjoy the socialization that goes along with that. Excuse me. Susan and I are going to go get a couple benches on the 19th of March, and we'll just, like I said, kind of move forward on that. Flip tabs are doing really well, so I think if the bench thing, the lid to bench thing kind of starts fizzling out, then I'm going to hit that a little harder, maybe try to get more places to save. And last but not least, I assume that at this point, everybody's heard that the file drawer that was stolen, vandalized from the 9/11 memorial has been recovered. And if you hadn't heard that, you know, that's obviously awesome news. I was jumping for joy when I got the call on that one, for sure. So it's nice to have that important piece of history back where it belongs. And I'll kind of keep you updated as I find out, you know, what they're going to do and when they're going to do it to get it hopefully reattached. Thank you.
Okay, now, Karen.
I just want to make an announcement. We have Kite Day coming up. It's just a little over a month away. I'm looking for a couple of items, and hopefully somebody can help us out. We're going to need 1 or 2 large coolers so we can go through, put bottled water in it and keep them cool for the kite flyers and kids. The other thing that we were looking for is a 5-gallon water jug with a spigot on it. If somebody would have one of those, I would appreciate you letting me know. Oh, I see him here.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them down at the sailboat club, so you're more than welcome to borrow those.
That would be great. You help us out a lot. Thank you.
You're talking like the big orange ones, like
Right.
you see on the sidelines?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When do you need it?
April 18th. All right. Thank you.
All right, and Susan, I forgot to ask you, how did you manage to meet the astronauts?
Well, you know how shy I am. And I was at a National Science Teacher Conference in Boston. And I was standing next to a man that was going up the elevator and just was chit-chatting, and he was saying that he was a speaker there, and I'm saying I heard this person, that person, and so forth. And he said, well, he was Neil Armstrong. And I said, I mean, I couldn't breathe or anything. It was terrible. You know, what do you say to Neil Armstrong? Hi. So we just kind of just talked, I guess, about things that you would talk with. All the time I'm thinking, what was it really like? And how blue was the earth? And da-da-da-da-da. But it was neat. And he was just an absolutely regular person. I was just excited. Thank you.
That's great. All right. President Tom.
Okay, I just have 2 announcements, and that is we do have the bylaws meeting after this meeting. So those of you on that committee, be sure to be here. And we have a board meeting then next Monday, March 9th, at 1 o'clock at Central Christian Church. So that's all I have. So we'll have the 50-50 now.
Good morning. Today's prize, we're up to $75. And today's winning ticket is, the last 4 digits are 9672.
I remember early bird.
Yeah. Oh, good try. Good try.
Yeah, make sure you're not. Okay, she's there.
Okay, and thanks for coming for the early birds. Glad to have you. Okay, Happy Jug. Who's happy today? Yeah, Susan.
I cut this out of the paper. Jim Hicken used to always tell us when we were collecting for Operation Enduring Support, and they are collecting right now for Operation Enduring Support, and I guess it's still called Grace United. I call it Grace United Methodist, but you know what church I'm talking about. And let's see, I wrote it down here. The donations have to be there by March 12th. And they're collecting the same thing, items they always collect, such as chapstick and protein bars, and one I thought was interesting was duct tape. I don't know if they're duct tape
Okay, thank you, Susan.
Tom, I'm happy with our attendance today. I believe this is the first time we've had 60 in attendance since before COVID.
Yeah, new indoor record.
Hey, I'm just happy we're getting some rain.
Yeah. Is that what that was out there?
Yes, I'm very happy that I got a chocolate covered donut and that I heard about Big Brother's Big Sister.
Super.
I will tell you a little story that happened to me last week. My church said to me, we have some diapers in our basement. Do you have some place they would go? I said, oh yes, I do. We're going to work with Duff, and so I'll take them. I had 500 adult diapers in my car. And so I had to call Ron Black, where can I take them? He said, take them to Northeast Community Fund. And so thank you, Marty, for coming over and helping me unload my 500 adult diapers so that I could do Meals on Wheels last week. And they went to Northeast Community Fund.
All right.
I'm happy that Illinois is back on a winning streak, and hopefully they hope Flukes will soon.
Okay.
I'm happy that I made it to 81 and I'll put a buck in.
Just a couple little things. I want to observe that this word munificent, this whole club is filled with munificence because it does not have to be monetary either. On top of that, I have known Jim and Sarah Amanda for many, many years. And I wanted to mention that he gave me some cards. If you don't catch him, I have some. And even if it's a year from now, if you're interested, just contact me and I'll get you in touch with them.
Okay, thank you.
I'm happy because I've started another orbit around the sun today.
All right, let's see. Start out with, I just love that Ralph was able to use the word munificence in his presentation today. Let's see, $1 for my birthday. Let's see, I had another good one, I can't remember it.
Hey, you got one left there,
I'd like to kind of apologize today for my inconsistency with the announcements. Friday, I lost my hearing in both ears and went to the doctor yesterday. And so I tried to anticipate what people were saying. Everything I did here was very distorted. And so my slides just didn't always match what you were actually trying to announce. And I had 3 computers going because of all the different programs this morning. So my apology if I wasn't keeping up with the group.
Gary, you do good work. Yeah, I'm glad to have you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, well, we got our storyteller today. It's Jerry Pelz.
All right, last time I had a disclaimer before. I want to make a disclaimer again. In no way is this necessarily good theology, okay? God was with one of his angels, and this was pre-creation, and he was looking at how things were going to work out. And he got fiddling around and doing this and doing that. And he came to the angel and he him so excited. He said, I was just able to figure out how to take this sphere and have it rotate on its axis and also have it, revolve around the sun. He said, and that is just unbelievable. And this is going to be a wonderful gift. And the angel said, you are a munificent God. And so they went on and he said, well, what were you able to figure out? And he said, God said, well, I was able to make it within a 24-hour to have both light and darkness be a part of that sphere. And the angel says, wow, what are you going to do now? And God said, oh, let me see. He says, I think I'm going to call it a day.
Very good. All right. Okay, next week we're going to have Denise Myers here, so I'm excited and looking forward to that. We are Golden K Kiwanis and enjoy changing the world for the better by serving children and others. And we are adjourned.